Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWithEmily. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWithEmily for 20% off your order. You're going to love it. Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
Listen guys, I know beards and stubble are back in style these days, but so is manscaping. So get your act together down there, if you're into that kind of thing. And if you are cleaning up your man forest, it's absolutely essential that you take care of your skin. That's why Max for Men has a whole line of male shaving products that you can use all over your body, even your face. They make shave cream, aftershave balms, and colognes that not only smell great and condition your hair and skin, but are pheromone infused so you get that extra dash of sex appeal. So if you want to look sharper and increase that natural magnetism of yours, check out maxformen.com. That's the number 4, and support the people who help keep Sex with Emily free. Thanks for listening. You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information about Sex with Emily, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can listen to our podcast, sign up for our mailing list, and all that fun stuff. Facebook and Twitter, you can find me at Sex with Emily. And also you can check out my new app, Kegel Camp. It's been, again, great reviews. It's for men and women. It is the most important sex exercise you are not doing. So today's show, you will be reading your emails that you sent to feedback@sexwithemily.com. Some of the topics include complimenting women, oral sex, erection issues, undressing women, and fantasizing during sex. We'll also have sex in the news and some sex tips. 1,000 women tell us what works and what doesn't in bed. So we're going to have a study that shows what women really want, what you guys are doing right, and what you're doing wrong, and men answer too. And I'm here with Menace.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
1,000 women, eh?
1,000 women.
1,000 wrong answers.
1,000 wrong. Exactly. That's nice, Menace. So
yeah. So how's your day?
My
What's
day
going
is
on?
good.
You spilled something on your
I'm
camera.
really, really upset.
What happened?
I love my flip video camera, and I was
Yeah.
racing here to get to the studio, and I threw my stupid water bottle with a loose cap in my purse, and it got my flip video submerged in water, and I love my flip.
I just wait for it to dry.
You
I
promise
think you'll
it'll
be
work?
okay.
It's like really, really
I don't promise
upsetting
it's
me
going
right
to
now.
work, but I believe.
Do you have a flip video that you don't like that I can have?
I gave it away.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't really like it too much. But if there's a camera that you need,
And
I do
Flip's
have
go-
spare ones.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I feel better now. So that's what happened. And then also what happened is, so the guy that I lost my virginity to
Yeah.
when I was 17,
You're friends with him on Facebook.
all of a sudden, yesterday,
Yeah.
he became my friend on Facebook. I was like, oh my
How'd
God.
I know? How'd I know?
So
Mind
it
reader.
was just bizarre. It was like I haven't heard from him in like 20 years, maybe, and 18. I don't know. And it was just weird to see his name pop up. And it's like he probably doesn't know what I'm doing. He's like, sex with Emily. Oh, I took that girl's virginity. I don't know what he's thinking. He's still living in Michigan.
Is he married or is he
No,
divorced
he's
now?
not married.
No.
Not married. Yeah, he was kind of a independent spirit.
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, but that was kind of a weird thing, like to see his name pop up after all these
Mm-hmm.
years and such an intimate thing, like the person you lose your virginity to. I thought that was kind of a big deal for a minute.
Yeah.
And now I've moved on to other things.
Now, weirdo,
Yeah.
you're thinking.
I'm thinking weirdo. No, why is he weird if he's my friend? How are
don't
you
know.
doing? What's up?
I'm good. You know what? Speaking about weird things, okay. Now, let me ask you a question. It's going to be a couple parts that my story that I'm going to tell
Uh-oh.
right now. Number one, do you think, like, when a guy talks to you every single time he's hitting on you?
No.
Or if he does something nice, he's hitting on you?
No.
I feel women feel that. I don't know.
Okay. I
I don't know why. Let me tell you a story, okay? So the other day, I'm sitting in the studio. Before I get here, I do a morning show, and then I do another show. So I'm in a control studio forever. And the other day, I was like, I do a lot of commercials, and there's a staff of people who sell me to companies for me to do their commercials for them. And one of the top people that would sell me, she left the company, right? Because she went and got a better job.
Okay.
And I was kind of upset, and I was like, damn, because she made me a lot of money.
Right.
And,
Mendes makes money, by the way. I don't.
yeah,
He's
but
got
I
a
work for
full
a
job.
different company. Anyways, so, every year, at the end of the year, all the people that, really work hard for me, I get them a gift. And it said, thank you for selling me all year and blah, 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 and it was great. And
That's nice.
Next year. But she already left before that happened. So then I hit her up. I was like, oh, what's your new address? Because I want to get you something. Because I got everybody else something, and it would just be fair. I lost the address, okay? So then I forget about it forever. And then I decide, oh, you know what? I'm just going to send her some flowers. So I sent her some flowers the other day. I go, when are you going to come back? Okay?
Right.
And it's super weird because I sent that, and then I get a text message the other day when I'm doing the show here, like, oh, I got the flowers. They're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm happy you got them. And then that was it. There was no more text messages. So when I get back to the office, I'm like, oh, I'm going to check Facebook to see if, she wrote anything. Cool. She edited her Facebook, so it's, limited, so I can't see anything. Okay. I was like, that's kind of weird.
How do you know she did it just to you? People sometimes edit their Facebook for
Yeah, but
everyone.
isn't that just weird within the same day where I was just seeing it that morning? That's how I got the information so I could send her the flowers.
Right.
Right? And then when I get back, after a few hours after she got the flowers.
She blocked you because you sent her flowers?
I don't know, but check this out. So then she didn't text me at all, right? That day after I said, oh, good, you got the flowers? Until 11:30 that night, she sent me a photo of the flowers in her house.
That's nice.
And then, but I didn't respond because I'm asleep.
Right.
So the next day I was like, I go, oh, those look really nice. Sorry I didn't respond. I was asleep. And then nothing. And still nothing.
Okay.
But I just think that she thinks that I'm hitting on her. I just wanted to get her flowers.
I doubt it. Is she someone even that you, did you guys ever have a flirty?
Yes, of course.
Well, you had a flirty thing before?
Huh?
Did you have
of course we've had sex before.
Oh, you
I'm not
have?
going to send a girl flowers that I haven't had sex
Wait,
with before.
back up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm
When
not
did
trying to
you
get
have
with
sex
her.
one of the sales reps?
What? Do you know? How do
I love getting Menace double, dude.
Well, see, this is what sucks
Okay.
about how we're going to be live now, because when you say stuff, you can't take it back.
I can't take it back. You've slept with someone who's
I
doing sales for you.
slept with somebody.
So
yeah,
how did it end?
That I worked with.
You
I didn't
slept
want to
with
get
her once?
very.
Well, it's too late. So you slept with her once. Well, I need to understand if she
Yeah,
thinks
but
you're hitting on
no,
her.
we were cool after that.
How many years ago?
This is like, I don't know, a year ago.
Okay, you slept with her, and then you send her flowers, and then
Yeah,
she
but
blocks
no,
you
but
from
I've never
Facebook.
but we've been like cool after that. I never pursued her like after that.
You just
Like,
slept together once?
yeah, but we've always like been cool.
Flirty, right.
Yeah, and we've been cool, and I never like, hey, we want to go out on a date or anything
Right.
like that. I've never done that.
Well, I'm sure she just said, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if it's just a glitch thing in Facebook, but I think it's very suspicious that why would that happen?
You?
I don't
if
know.
Anything she likes, who doesn't like menace? Like,
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know. And then
I bet you if you go there right now, you're not blocked anymore.
The text messages that I get from her is like odd hours versus the time that I text her too.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I get in bed and I sometimes I respond to all my texts from the day because I've been so busy. Sometimes I have no time. So then I'll be in bed at 11:30 and I'll respond to everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want her thinking like, oh, he's trying to get with me right now. That's why he's like sending me flowers.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
No, I doubt, honey. I think you're
so
overblowing it.
then she thinks I'm a creep, and then she's blocking me on Facebook.
But she already knows you, honey. If she thought you were a creep, she'd already know you were a creep by now.
Okay.
Most people can figure that out when they meet you.
So that's my situation.
Okay. I don't think that's.
I'm gonna learn to tell stories better one of these days.
That was a great
I promise
story.
people.
But no, that's a great story. But what I think is like you said to her, when you coming back. I could see how that could be interpreted like I miss you and I want you to come back. But did you say thank you in the card?
I said, when are you coming back? I don't know, because I had to tell this guy on the phone.
The florist, yeah.
I tried to do it online so I could just type it myself, and the site crashed.
Oh, hate that.
So then I had to call the guy to see if I already ordered
but
it.
Let's go back to the notion that you think that every time you're nice to a woman, she thinks that you're hitting on her.
No, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I don't think so. I used to think... I think maybe in my youth I thought that, and maybe they were hitting on me, like in my 20s. But I don't assume that every guy who's nice wants to bone me. Not necessarily. No.
Wants to get down.
I don't think so. I think that some do, and maybe like in the recesses of their mind, they're like, "Oh yeah, I would bang her, but I'm not going to." I don't know. But I think a lot of things are motivated by sex. Like probably I get more doors open for me and more, more things given to me and more favors in life, maybe because I am a woman, but I don't know if it's all directly because they want to bone me.
They want to bone you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel weird now.
Oh.
I was just trying to do something cool.
You could. Okay.
I should send more flowers and say, hey, I just want to verify that I'm not trying to get at you. You think that'd be a good idea?
No.
I'm not going to email her. That's weird. That seems like I'm obsessing.
Do you even care?
Yeah.
She doesn't even work
No, I don't
anymore.
even care. I don't care. But I just wanted to see what your opinion was on it.
That was my opinion, is that I don't think that it's anything weird.
I'm never going to call her or text her or anything like that
Right.
and say, hey.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
She's like, oh, Menace all of a sudden really likes me, so he sent me flowers. You were like, when are you coming back? I personally would have said thank you for all your work because that was the point of the flowers.
Yeah.
It was a thank you present. So I might have said, thanks for everything. When you coming back? Ha ha ha. Question mark.
Yeah. I was in a rush.
I could have edited it for you. Just let me know. People do that all. Do you know my friends always pass their texts by me? I've talked about this before, but they're like, should I send this? Should I send that? Like my best friend, before she sends an email to a guy or a text, she passes it by me because I think I'm really good at sexting and texting.
Wait, the sexting? They run by sexting?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what? So what
She's like,
would be something that would
I can still feel 5 loads of his
stuff
inside me after we had sex 5 times last night.
No
that kind
way.
Of thing. Yeah. She's like, should I send him that? Like I have friends who like send naked pictures all the time.
And what did you rewrite? Because that would have been an awesome text.
Would you like to get
Did
that?
you tone it
Do you know
down?
that I don't sext. I did. I was like, that might freak him out because they just started dating. She's like, but we had sex 5 times and he came inside me and now I have 5 loads of his ejaculate inside me. She's like, I'm going to text him that. And I'm like, I
think he would have enjoyed that.
You'd like to get that? So, okay, who do you think has to start the sex?
But P.S. I am on the pill. That's you would have to like put that
right.
afterwards.
She is on the pill, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been dating for a while. Or she'll send pictures of just, her naked, which are beautiful. I've seen these pictures of her, like, she looks great. I'm like, wow, that's so hot. Or she'll just pass by me, like, should I say this? Should I say that? And then I edit their emails or their texts.
So wait, do you, like, downplay it? Or what?
Yeah.
Tell me how you rewrote the 5
I was just
deliveries.
Like, I think it's a little harsh. Okay, here's the thing. When you first start, I think it's like dirty talk. Sexting is not something that you just break. I think there's something called, I made this up actually, premature cyberfection. And I think if you prematurely are cyberly, like, showing affection to someone, like, hey, babe, or hey, your cum's inside me, or whatever you want to say. Sometimes it's a little too early. And I think that technology definitely decreases the time that it speeds up relationships, right? There's more intimacy through texting, and you can get it going and all that stuff. So I think it was just a little too soon. It was like the first time she slept together, and she was going to send him this dirty text. And I was like, I would ease into it more. Not like that was a graphic text. Like, I've got 5 loads of your stuff inside me. I just thought,
hanging out with some classy ladies. I definitely think the word cock gets used a lot more in texting.
Really?
Yeah, than it does in real life.
Like, as in, I want to suck?
Yeah, or
I
do you
miss
like... and stuff like that.
Do you like this chocolate baby?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, what do people say that? No, I don't. I think that I'm a little more conservative when it comes to that. But it's funny because, like, this guys I've been dating, I never really sexed. I have phone sex, but I don't sex that much, and I never send naked pictures.
You never put it in print.
Never put in print. I don't, and I don't send naked photos. I mean, I guess you can send them without your head, so then no one could really say they were you.
Oh, that's not really me. Yeah,
but that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
What am I going to, like, stand?
And that's stupid. I want to see your head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But
that's what I see most of the time.
Do you have a lot of girls sending you naked pics?
Not anymore.
What do you mean? Like,
I just kind of just like whatever.
Right. But did it turn you on? Like, what was the best sex you ever got? Do you know?
The best. I think the best ones are like I really want to. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it still clean when I know
we still try to keep it clean.
Like I want to hook up with you, or I really want to have sex with you right now. I think those are the best ones.
Me
you don't have to get really like too descriptive.
You're like, oh, I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, or like, but if you set like a time and destination too, it's like cool. Like I really want to have sex with you. Tonight, like right after you get off work or something. Right.
Oh, that's hot.
Like, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, because then that's kind of foreplay too.
But if you want to be like your friend and, with the whole 5 deliveries things, that's cool too, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying you do have to ease up to it.
You do have to ease up to it. I was like, whoa. Maybe after you're dating for a month, but she's hilarious.
For a month? Wait. You said they were dating for a while.
No, but this is the very beginning. That was an example sex from the beginning.
From the beginning she was setting that stuff?
She wanted to. I told her not to.
Wow, is she a porn star? What?
No.
What does she...
I'm like thinking, no, she's not a porn star, but she's just sexual and she likes to sex. She doesn't like that she hates the phone. She never talks on the phone. So since she never talks on the phone, she has to do everything through text. So she literally hates the phone, won't answer it, like barely talks to me.
I hate that.
What?
I hate talking. I like talking on the phone versus texting. Yeah.
I know. You know what I love about you, Menace, among so many other things that I love about you? Is that you always answer the phone. You're like the last person on the planet.
Because I don't get, like, people, like, oh, I don't know that number. Like, and they won't pick it up. Is your phone going to explode in your hand? Like, what really is going to happen to you if you answer
I don't
the phone?
answer numbers. I don't know.
Obviously, somebody is trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah,
like,
but
what
usually
is the problem?
it's someone I don't want to talk to if I don't know their number.
Then they leave a message, and you're like, oh, that's somebody I have to get a hold of. Then you have to call them back, and then sometimes you can't get a hold of them. Just pick up the phone. Nothing's going to happen to you. Right. Seriously.
Like, whenever you call me from that weird number from work, I pick up now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, that's that familiar weird number. It must be Menace.
That's my office
I just
number.
appreciate that when people answer. But I think the whole phone thing in relationships are so interesting now because people really don't use the phone as much as they used to. Like, they don't ever, I guess if you're in a long distance relationship maybe, but you really don't use the phone. It's all texting, the whole world.
I know. I don't like it. Why? I'll tell you a secret. Because I can't spell for crap. So that's why I don't want to write anything.
Really?
I just want to talk on the phone and just get over with. That's why I know every single person in the building I work at is because I never email anybody. Everyone talks through email. No one knows who anyone is. So I ask somebody like, oh, hey, who's such and such? They're like, I don't know because they talk to them through email every day, but they don't even know where they sit.
So you just go over to their desk and you're
I
like,
just
hi,
go to their
Menace.
desk. Yeah. I know every single person in my building within every, 5 floors.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's why you're so good at what you do.
Thank you.
That's why you're invaluable.
I'm a people person.
You're a people person. You're a people pleaser.
That's
Don't you
right.
think? Okay, anything else that I need to know?
What is today? Today's Wednesday, right?
Today's Wednesday,
So
hump day.
It's almost the weekend. It's in the middle.
It's Memorial Day coming up.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't even know. I have no plans. I feel like I should do something fabulous.
They just walked in today and say, hey, by the way, you have Monday off. And
You're
go,
like, thanks, it's
I
Memorial
go,
Day.
oh, okay. And I go, well, if you still can't find anybody to work, I'll work.
I want to do, really?
Yeah.
You hate days off?
Yeah, I like working.
You can work for me on Monday.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. You work
What,
for me
yard
Monday.
work or something?
Yeah, I don't know, something. No.
Okay.
I need your help with some technical stuff.
What's going on?
Okay, first
how's the television
I
going
was
on?
going to admit I have an admission to make.
Yeah.
And I need to talk this out.
All right.
I've not turned on the TV since you left my house. I'm scared of it, and I don't have time.
What?
I just haven't really.
That's such a waste. You gotta.
Can I tell you something?
Just turn it on in the background.
My television watching muscles have
Mm-hmm.
atrophied. I have not watched them in so many years that I actually. It's not in my DNA right now. It's not part of my being, my world to be like, oh, now's the time to go flip on the TV. Like, I forget that I have it. Like, I have to do it, and I'm afraid that I won't remember how to turn it on because you said there was those 2 remotes.
Yeah.
And I don't remember.
Oh,
and I need to come
no.
back, and then I need you to set up a wireless printer in my office at some point.
A wireless printer?
In my office.
Okay.
But that's about it. Okay.
But no, really, I really want you
to watch TV.
To watch TV so we can talk about so many other things.
Yeah, and we're going to be on TV.
And we're going to be on TV. You're going to have to.
I can't talk about that out now, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you all that we are going to be on TV.
So, but let's talk about movies, because before the show started, we were talking about how we need to go see more
Menace,
movies
you get
together.
free passes, and you don't
Yeah,
take
but
me.
sometimes I go to Pixar and I can't take a guest.
Whatever,
That's why
don't
I'm
go there.
going.
Okay, so how was The Hangover?
The Hangover was good.
Hangover 2.
I wouldn't recommend not seeing it, but
Okay.
I still am really hung up on Bridesmaids. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, okay. I want to go see that.
Really
Maybe
gotta
this
go see
weekend I'll go see a bunch of movies.
You should.
Yeah, I should get out of the house and stop working.
Yes, get out the house,
I'm sure I'll do
experience.
something.
That's where I came up with all the best radio topics. Is when I would just go. I don't do it anymore, but I should. Is just go. I'll sit on public transit and I'll keep a notebook and I'll just observe people, and then I go, "Don't you hate it when such and such
Right.
does this or
People
this?"
let their kids,
or the people that stand too long to put their change in the machine. Like, why didn't you get your change outside when you were waiting for the bus for an hour? Like, why did
Exactly.
you wait till the moment when you had to put the change in to reach in your pocket and count it out? Like,
Exactly.
does that
It's
make
annoying.
any sense at all?
No.
What is up
Well, I
with that?
take notes throughout the day. I do. I get
Yeah?
that. You're right. Yeah, but it's mostly just my own things. Mostly it's what's going on in my brain, but it's not
What's
really-
going on in your brain?
Oh my God, I've got a lot going on in my brain. I just have a lot. We have a lot going on. This new website stuff is really exciting, and I
Yeah.
just really hope that people tune in and subscribe 5 days a week. It's exciting. It's my dream. This is my dream. 5 days a week. It's what I've ever wanted. So it's exciting. But I think about it. I want it to go. I want it to dwell. I want everyone to be happy and like it and stuff.
I'm really excited that sexoemily.com is actually just, it's information is going to change on there every single day.
every day.
I know
Now
for
it
the past
doesn't.
couple of years it hasn't been like that.
The last couple of years, it's been I post my podcast and
Yeah.
maybe a blog.
But
and
that's
maybe a
totally
video.
gonna change. It's
Every
gonna
day,
be-
it's interactive. You can chat on the message board. We'll have chats once a week where I'll be chatting with you and I'll be answering your emails directly if you're a member. And yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's going to change. But do you know what? I just remember something, the story you were telling me. What happened with the 7-foot guy and the other guy came and C-blocked you?
Right.
What was going on with that? What happened with the 7-foot guy?
He didn't ask me out.
What?
I know.
How could he do that?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. We were going to go out, and then he was like, yeah, maybe we'll get lunch. And I was like, yeah. And then
Do you think
nothing.
it was because of the guy that C-blocked you?
I don't think so. I think it's because maybe he wasn't that into me.
What?
I know it's weird. Never happened before. So I'm kind of like, wow, did that really happen? So there's nothing with that guy, and there's nothing with the blind date the other night. And I'm still seeing the guy, that I've been seeing kind of. Last night was his birthday, and I went to his birthday party. So
How
I
was
did
that?
Last night. It was fun. I saw his friends. They're really cool, and love his friends. And but a lot of his friends that I never met were like, oh, you're Emily. So nice. I've heard so much about you. So I was like, oh, that's nice. His friends, that I've never met. But it was fun. It was awesome. He's a great guy. We'll be friends forever.
We'll be friends.
We will.
That's
I
good.
know that we will be.
Oh, speaking about tall
Uh-oh.
guys, I just read on my text message. I'll set it up on your phone too, where I get e-news alerts on what's breaking news and
Right.
what they consider breaking news, because
Right.
believe me, it's not NPR or
Right,
CNN.
right. What is it, TMZ's breaking news? That Lindsay Lohan stole another necklace or something?
Kinda, yeah,
Okay.
kinda like that. But Kim Kardashian apparently just got engaged to her man.
She did?
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen her man.
No.
But this guy, he literally is probably 7 foot.
Yeah, I did
something.
read
This
somewhere
guy
he was 6'9" or something.
Is ridiculously tall.
Wow, that's hot.
But yeah, they only been dating 6 months.
Okay, this is it's like Jessica
Yeah.
Simpson too, getting married after 3 months. Why do people? What is the need? I don't understand. Maybe it's young love. Getting married after 3 months is just a mistake. Always. You should what's the rush? Can't you date someone for a while?
Yeah, but see, thing is, Kim Kardashian can't get her own reality show by herself. So what she needs to do is get married.
Oh, it'll be
and
like
then she
Kim getting married.
And then it's Kim having a baby. That's what her sister did, Khloe.
Oh.
Like, Khloe got married to Lamar, who plays for the Lakers.
Right.
And then so that's how she got her own shows, because
So
she got
you think
married.
she's
So went
doing
all the way.
it all for reality.
No,
fame?
I don't think so. But I know her mom was
Don't all
probably
the guys she
pushing.
dates kind of look alike? Like, doesn't she like sport athletes? They all sort of
She
like the
dates
same.
always athletes.
I've never-
She did date one musician. That's who she did the porno tape with.
Oh, right. The
Yeah.
porno tape, which
No.
launched her career. I should have done a
Yeah.
porno tape years ago.
No, damn it.
That's what all my guy friends were telling me when I started Sex with Emily. They're like, just get naked on your website. I'm like, don't think I'm going to do that. No,
Yeah.
still haven't. Still holding out to not get naked on the website.
But
you never
after
know.
you guys start paying, she might,
I might.
wear some
Skimpier
scantily.
clothes.
Yeah,
Now that you can watch me.
on the
People
camera.
can watch me right now, actually, right? So, exactly. I'll do that. And, yeah. What else in the pop culture news that I need to know? Because now that I'm going to...
Well, do you know who still hasn't filed for divorce yet? Is
Maria Shriver?
Maria Shriver, because apparently she's hired an investigator to find out all the dirt, She
So
wants
she
to know
wants the dirt.
if there's any more kids, everybody that he's hooked up with, and
my God, it's gonna be...
which I don't really understand, because in California, doesn't she automatically get half? Why does she want to know all this dirt?
I don't know.
To build a bigger case? I don't think she'll get any more money, would she?
I think to show emotional hardship, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there's other things that you could. I mean, yeah, she gets half of everything, and it's in the state. But I think
Can they add more penalties if they find out he has 2 more kids?
I don't know, or maybe it's just to make him, to guilt him into giving more or to doing more. I mean, it's got to do with something fine. Why would she? It's just for her own personal.
I don't know,
edification?
but apparently she was the one that leaked the story.
Yeah, I would,
to the news.
Oh, Maria.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, it's interesting. I think I would want to know everything, just because I
Really?
would want any more
Why?
surprises. I would. I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think all these women are going to come out and start talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and how they slept with them and whatever. For sure. It's not going to be that hard. Don't you
I'm
think?
surprised that they haven't come out already.
I think
If he was
I
doing
think they're
that,
starting to.
really?
There's no way this is an isolated incident in his home with one housekeeper.
Oh yeah, because it's been going on for, and I bet she felt so stupid because when he was running for governor, that stuff started
Yes.
trying to come out.
There were
and then
allegations
So
from-
she went on Oprah and said, none of this is true. Well, apparently.
Men in power. I thought it was interesting with our guest yesterday. We were talking about that, how men in power, her view on that was that she wrote a blog post about it, that certain men with money and power feel entitled to cheat on their wives because they take care of them. Mm-hmm. They're the breadwinner. They're the sole survivor. They're the sole caretaker. And they feel really, this is I take care of you. It is my duty and my right to have sex with someone else.
I don't know if I totally agree, but
That
would
was her philosophy.
I would definitely be upset if I did all that and then my wife is not having sex with me, or not
you would never do it. You're too nice of a guy.
Yeah, I won't.
Even,
I won't
even
cheat.
when you make millions of dollars.
No, I wouldn't cheat.
No.
I'm not down for that.
You're not a cheater. I'm a reformed cheater, as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cheated in my past a few
How-
times.
how
I never
did that
got caught.
work?
How do you mean? How did it work?
How do you go about doing that? When
Usually-
your man is trying
I
to
hate
get a hold
to
of
say
you,
this.
you just didn't pick up the phone.
Yeah, and I was traveling a lot of times. I was, and this was in my 20s, and usually it was the end of the relationship. And if I cheated, I would end it soon after. You always say, if you want to cheat, you should just break up.
Yeah.
But they never found out, and it was always an isolated incident. I was at a film festival, and I met some guy, and we'd hook up. But it feels bad. It doesn't feel very good, and I just decided that I'm not going to commit to anyone if I want to be with other people. Mm-hmm. So that's why I really haven't committed lately, so I don't cheat.
But she'll commit to you if you, subscribe to the podcast.
Yes, I will commit to all my subscribers. Literally, this is my life. How much do I love that all the subscribers are now we're going to be able to interact more. We'll be able to do, chats. And,
Yeah.
and
I'm going to
videos.
definitely, it's going to take a little bit because I have to, I'm your engineer. And so I have to figure out how to wire all this crap all the time.
I know.
So I just have to figure out the phone system and how we're going to be able to hear them through our headphones and all that stuff.
That's why you're so good.
I know, right?
So should we move into sex in the news?
Yes, do it.
Okay. Secrets of the female orgasm revealed. Scientists discover new hope for women who can't climax. Scientists have discovered the female orgasm leads to altered state of consciousness that could help the minority of women who can't climax. Brain scans of women were taken while they were orgasming. I can't imagine having a brain scan. I can't imagine orgasming, first of all, in front of scientists. But it's estimated that 1 in 4 women in the U.S. have had difficulty achieving orgasm in the past year, while between 5 and 10% of women suffer from anorgasmia and cannot climax at all. It is hoped that by allowing women with anorgasmia to watch their brain activity in real time, they'll be able to train their brain to copy the same activity of women. So it's like basically brain scans. I think this was done at the University of Michigan. And, brain scans of women taken while they orgasm. If they watch their stuff in their brains, they'll be able to orgasm somehow. Somehow, some way. If you watch in their brains, there's an altered. They're saying that when you have an orgasm, your brain alters its state of consciousness.
Yeah.
So they did these brain scans, and they showed the women what happens in their brains, and something about watching that, it's going to help them with their orgasms.
They're looking at their own brain scans?
Yeah, that's what it says. It says that it's hoped by allowing women with anorgasmia to watch their brain activity in real time, they will be able to train their brain to copy the same activity of women who. So maybe they're showing them brain scans of the women who are orgasming and how theirs are. Whatever. The point is that a lot of women can't orgasm, so there's a.
Imagine if you went on to the Adam and Eve website and you typed in, sex toys, and then you go, at home brain scan kit, That could be
That could be the next thing. That could be the next thing. I love when they study female orgasms. So because a lot of research today is all about like men study like of men's dysfunctions and not female. It's true.
Yeah.
And so when you hear a study about they're studying the female orgasm, because a lot of women, 1 in 4 is a lot of women who can't achieve orgasm, and only 30% of women can have orgasm actually during intercourse, which bums men out across the world, but that's just how it is. That's why we use sex toys, and that's why oral sex is amazing and important for women.
Which is weird to me because I think that scientists would be on it. They're like, I want to figure out how to give them an orgasm and right away.
Well, it's so confusing because it's so easy to study male orgasm like Viagra. That's why Viagra was developed, because for men it's not as emotional. But for women it's much more complicated. You can't just take a pill and have an orgasm. It's not like we can get a protrude. Your clitoris gets slightly swelled when you take some kind of medications, but for women, it's the body-mind connection, and they can't quite mimic that in a pill yet. So we're not going to get a pill anytime soon. They've been trying. They've been to get us our own female Viagra. I just say have some tequila.
Yeah, that's an awesome female.
Right?
We need to get a tequila sponsor in here.
Let's do it.
Have some shots. We'll have Tequila Fridays.
Tequila Fridays. I love it. Okay.
We can do it.
You're not as kinky as you think. A massive internet study finds that we're all sexual deviants. How about that?
Okay.
According to a new study, A Billion Wicked Thoughts, sex therapists haven't known which interests are common or rich or rare. We probably know more than ever before. So there was a study that came out of all the search terms that people search for. Among the more surprising findings, straight men enjoy a wider variety of erotica than imagined, including sites devoted to elderly women and transsexuals.
What?
Just like you. Foot fetishes aren't deviants. Men are evolutionarily wired to look for small feet, which are a sign of high estrogen production, which itself is a sign of fertility. So that's why men are foot fetishists, partly.
What?
It's
no
interesting.
way.
Yeah, because they're, small feet. It's like when Chinese bound their feet,
Yeah, but we've been asking forever for because you hear about foot fetish all the time, and we've been asking if any foot fetish people are out there.
Yeah, we've gotten emails.
Can you break it down? Why? Not because you love it. Not because you find it sexy. I want to know why you find it sexy.
Okay, but this is a very interesting point. Did you hear this? That they're not a deviance. That men are. This is just an evolutionary biological perspective. That they are wired. Men are wired to look for small feet because that's a sign of high estrogen production. That means that woman has small feet. She has lots of estrogen, and that means that she's fertile. And I want to have her baby.
Yeah. Well.
That's just one theory. Okay, gay men and straight men have nearly identical brains, and their favorite body parts in order of preference line up exactly as chest, buttocks, and feet. Straight men prefer heavy women to thin ones. Straight women enjoy reading about and watching romances between two men. It's not about the sex, which is downplayed, but the emotion, which is the focus. And straight men have a fascination with other men's penises, which may be conscious or unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah. How did you know? Did you even know that you were obsessed with your roommate's penis, your former roommate?
I never want to check it out. But let me go back to the foot thing.
Uh-huh.
I never like look out for women's feet, but I do notice when they're larger.
Yeah.
When they're larger.
I have friends who have large feet, and they're so self-conscious of it.
Yeah, I make fun of my friend because it doesn't turn me off. I just notice it, and it's hard to like.
Don't say anything to her.
What?
Whoever.
No. I make fun of her. I go, we can share the same shoes.
Yeah,
and then I put on.
You just put her in therapy for 10 years.
I put it on her shoes, and I make her put on mine.
That is.
I don't put on her heels or anything, but tennis
she's
shoes.
so insecure about her feet already, and then you brought it up.
Oh, she's super tall. It doesn't. She's not like short with big feet.
Don't comment on women's body parts. It's not funny.
I'm not making fun. I was just joking around, which is making fun. But
and more to the study says that the top 10 sex-related searches are variations of these themes. Youth is 13.5%, gay is 4.7%, MILFs, number 3 at 4.3%, breasts are 4%, vaginas 2.8%, penises 2.4%, cheerleaders 0.1%. How funny. These are all like the sex terms that people search for. Mm-hmm. So basically this is saying the thesis is that there's no underlying sexual deviance. People who are attracted to mirrors or to beards or only get turned on with ants in their pants. These are cases that until now have been diagnosed by clinicians who have seen patients. The internet gives us a far better sense what people are into. So foot fetishes, for example, are common across all cultures, it says. I love studies about what people are searching for. I want to know what people are searching for all the time.
I told you, my friends that have the video site, which is not even a porn site, it's just, so you can do streaming video. They said that like the top search term was fisting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We were going to do a show on fisting.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't
that
we
was the
talk about
funniest. That was the funniest thing ever. We need to tell that story.
Which one?
So
like, tell it.
you were asking me like all week, should we do this show on fisting, and we're gonna have a guest in, and we kept on missing each other's calls, and kept on. It came to the day where we're supposed to do the show, and you're like, oh, I had the guest coming in. Let me give you a call, and I go, no, I'm in the studio. I can't talk to you. I'll see you then. So here comes the elevator doors, and you have a guy with you, right? And I was like, he's, well dressed, and he walks in with you, and until it took like 20 minutes before we started the show, until the microphones turned on, and we're 3 minutes into the show, I totally thought that this guy was there to talk about fisting.
I know, and he was so not. He's the most conservative person, and you thought, and all of a sudden you look at me, you're like, he's not the fit. Or did you tell me after, or you texted me?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, it's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Because
I'm glad you didn't start asking him about fisting.
Yeah, I was like, so tell me about this fisting stuff.
That's so funny. Well, we'll get into that another time. Yeah. Okay, women find happy men less sexually attractive. Did you know that? A new study from the University of British Columbia exploring gender differences in the attractiveness of smiles shows that women find happy men much less sexually attractive than those who brood and look proud and powerful, or even moody and ashamed, helping explain the stereotype of the bad boy. People always want to know why they like the bad boy. The study finds, not surprisingly, that men are just the opposite, finding happy women more sexually attractive while being less turned on by those who appear proud and confident. So men are not into proud and confident, they just want happy women.
Yeah, they want to have fun.
But I'm proud and confident woman, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
People want that. But I'm telling you...
But women don't want happy men?
No, because
I do. I don't want a depressed, brooding dude.
You don't want a happy guy, because the happy guy is also the nice guy. And this is what's going to happen. You're not going to have anything to talk about with your girlfriends if he's not a dickhead.
I would like to have not a dickhead to talk about.
What are you talking about? Like, you love sharing stories with your girlfriends, yes or no?
I love sharing stories with my girlfriend.
Yes.
And that's what we talk about is men and women and stuff like that.
So when you have a boyfriend that's a dickhead, you have a lot of talk about.
I feel like you grow out of that phase of dating dickheads.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know what the study was for like the age groups.
Right.
But I'm just saying that's why a lot of women like dating the bad boy or the guy that's not as nice, because then they have a lot of crap to talk about with their girlfriend or their sister.
Do you think that's why we're only wired so women can talk about...
Yes. That's what you love doing. Yes or no?
We talk about so many other things.
What do you talk about then?
Well, we talk about sex.
Okay. Let's just take sex, relationships, and guys out of the equation.
We talk about friends. We talk about work. We talk about sometimes like shopping or clothes.
Why
but
does it
not
seem
a
like
lot.
it's hard for you to come up with what you talk about?
I'm not. I'm like
Break down
telling
a
you.
conversation that you had that didn't involve sex or a relationship or a guy.
Work. How's work going? How's talking about our friends? Talking about
How long did that conversation last until you started talking about sex?
Not that long. Usually we talk about sex and guys and what's going on with so-and-so. You're dating them, what's going on. Or someone's going through a breakup. Like I've got two friends.
Drama.
I've got friends going through breakups.
Love
but
drama.
honey, I don't thrive on drama. Okay, but here's one more thing I want to say about this
You're trying
study.
to shut me up.
No, I'm not. Yes, I am. The study involved over 1,000 participants. But here's what's so interesting. This is just like the last study. It's like evolutionarily speaking. Previous studies have suggested that what people find attractive has been influenced by centuries of evolutionary and cultural forces. So those caveman values of protecting and providing for one's mate and offspring, evolutionary theory suggests still attract females today, as manifested in males' displays of pride, implying status and competence. So they're still looking at like the caveman who's kind of a dick, like who's hardcore, and like that's why we're wired that way, to look for the bad boys. Because people always wonder, why do women like bad boys? So, okay, let's get into some emails.
I mean, I would be a bad boy, but I have to be responsible and pay bills and have an apartment.
You're not a bad boy, are you?
It's just like, no, because I don't want to be a loser. And it's because I know so many beautiful, awesome women that just date losers.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
So do I.
Losers.
Or they date beneath them.
Like, why? Why? That's so stupid.
Well, love is blind, and people are attracted to people for different reasons, different stages in their life.
People are just morons.
The more work you do on yourself, the more like emotional work, and the more you really like. There's a book that I love that I'm gonna tout right now. If you're like confused by dating and you're like keep dating the wrong people, first of all, if you're someone who keeps dating the wrong people, you can't look outside. You're like, why do all these men are attracted to me? It's because you put that out there. So there's this good book. It has a little worksheet in it, work thing. It's called If the Buddha Dated. And I am into meditation and spiritual stuff, unbeknownst to you before, and on
the
whatever
hocus
you
pocus?
say. No, but it's true that women. What was I just saying?
No, you're recommending the book.
Recommending the book. If the Buddha Dated. And it has you fill out all the stuff that you would want in a partner and to write it down. And I've known so many people who have done this work, and it makes you realize, like, this is what I want in a person, this is what I don't want, and then you'll no longer be attracted to those people because you'll be like, he doesn't fit all these things. But I think when you're younger, you date the wrong people more so. I do think that. I keep saying that, but it's true. There's just more options. There's more... You're attracted to sexually, you have chemistry, but you don't look at all the other stuff. So you're having amazing sex for 2 months, and then you look up and you're like, holy shit, this person sucks.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move into some emails.
All right, what you got?
What I got. Okay, this one's on complimenting women. Emily, okay, this is about the disagreement you and Menace had over whether men should compliment women 5 to 10 times a day. So I don't agree with Menace that it's a fantasy. Speaking for myself, I really enjoy complimenting women, but I think some women do things to shut this down. For example, man, hey babe, your hair looks great. Woman, what? This mess? I haven't done anything to it. Woman, oh, you're just saying that because you have to. Or even worse, she might say, are you trying to get laid or something? Mm-hmm. Those kinds of responses really take the fun out of the compliment. I'm going to be less inclined to do it again. On the other hand, if I got this response when he says, I like your hair, woman playing with her hair a little bit, oh yeah, you like it? Thanks, babe. Maybe I'll whip you in the face with it the next time I'm on top of you.
All right.
Then I'm going to be a lot more inclined to shower with compliments because she's making it fun and flirtatious.
Yeah.
So I like your tip. I actually hope you're right. And I would just counter that women who want to get complimented more need to be sure they're taking compliments gracefully and not turning them to something negative. That's from Marvin in Nashville, Tennessee. I love this.
That
one.
is an awesome email.
That's an awesome email, Marvin. And I think that you're so right that women could be like, oh, no, I'm fat. Or if a guy's like, oh, you look good. This is so typical of, I think of women typically like, oh, you look great in those jeans. You don't like my other jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't like everything else I've done. Mm-hmm. So I think that women do that. So women should just say thank you. Women need to learn how to gracefully just say thank you when you get a compliment. Yeah. Because I think women naturally feel uncomfortable with it. They're like, oh, this whole thing, I got it for free. Or, oh, I look like, did you see my zit? Or, they like point out their negatives. They're not comfortable. So just learn to say thank you, everyone. Just say thank you.
You got to put good emails up on your new website.
Not only am I putting emails on the website, but I'm also answering emails. I have a Q&A section. But yeah, I'll be putting up good emails on the website.
I like that. Sexwithemily.com. We got to start because we don't really...
I don't plug the website enough, but we're all about the website. Like right now, how you're like listening on iTunes and all that, like you could still do that, but now you can watch us on sexwithemily.com.
There's a whole video
So,
HD cam.
HD cam. We've got this video. It's crazy. Okay, E, love your show and your episodes, and I checked out your iPhone app on my iPhone 4, and it's cool. That's my Kegel Camp app. Question. I was with this woman for 5 years, and she really enjoyed giving oral sex to me, but I could not reach ejaculation, and she really wanted it to happen, but got very frustrated and lost interest. We're not together anymore, but I am interested in hooking up with other women, but if they want me to be able to ejaculate during oral sex, what do I do? Take it easy, Bruce. Bruce, first of all, nothing's wrong with not being able to ejaculate during oral sex. A lot of men, I know several men who don't have orgasms during, like, it just doesn't do it for them for whatever reason.
That's weird.
So, you think that's weird?
No.
I think it's common. Some men are just like they just, for whatever reason, they feel like the woman doesn't want to do it, or they're too inside their head, or they want to wait till they're having intercourse. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, that you didn't. So this woman, the fact that she made you feel bad about it is not nice.
Yeah, you just really have to get into it.
Yeah.
You have to really just, be all about what's going down at that moment.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting in your head.
No pun intended.
If you start going off into another place and thinking about other things, then it's not going to happen.
It's so important to a lot of sexual issues that people have, challenges. I hate to say like dysfunction, and I hate using issues because really you don't have an issue, Bruce. But let's just say challenges. Maybe you'd like to be able to orgasm when someone's going down on you. It is like Menace is saying, you have to like get outside your head, because a lot of times it's this psychological, like, I'm not going to orgasm, and then you don't. So we just kind of breathe, like breath, like our guest said yesterday, breath is so important during sex. Just breathe and get outside your head and get into your body. That's how I feel.
That's good.
Okay. All right.
I didn't hear anything our guest said yesterday because I was so bored.
Thanks.
I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah. Well, maybe some people felt like they heard the last podcast and they felt that way. If you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it.
Right.
I was bored.
You were bored. You just didn't like her because she brought a dog. Menace just kicked her out because she brought a dog. Menace is mean. That story? Yes, yeah.
Well, how am I mean?
You're just mean sometimes.
I have worked in radio like 13 years.
I know,
I've never
worked
had
in radio for 13 years.
I've
Are you
never
get a
had
jacket or tattoo or something?
No, but I'm just saying I've never had a guest bring a dog. And
I know, we're not allowed dogs in the building.
Stitcher is very nice for having us be here, and so we just had a situation, and she was like, well, I can't be here unless I have my dog here, and we didn't get approval.
Men's was like, okay, see ya.
I was like, okay, see ya.
I was like, this is our guest. Anyway.
No, don't blow it off. We're telling stories here.
Okay.
We got to tell people what's really going on.
Okay, so what's really going on is she walked in with her dog, and Menace was like, she's like, I'll leave. And she's like, okay, see ya. And I was like, we can't just have our guest leave because she brought a dog. She didn't know. And then she was a little demanding. She was like, oh, I need water. Or will you pay for my parking and all that stuff. So that was a little like...
It was just weird to me because I've never had somebody act like that.
Right.
So my natural thing is not to cater to that and tell them to get the F out. In a nice way.
Which is exactly what you did.
Yes.
It was a very awkward moment. He's like, okay, leave. And I'm like looking at her because she came all across, she's traveling and she came to be on the show, and Menace told her to leave.
But she did leave, and she still stayed. And you enjoyed the conversation with her.
I enjoyed the conversation with her a lot. I think she's really interesting. But it's fine that you just tuned out and were sending emails the whole time. But it makes me tense when you do that, because I feel like you're unhappy. Because I felt like yesterday you were really, since you guys had that little tiff at the beginning, that you hold on to things sometimes, I feel.
I don't, though.
But I felt like you were like upset the whole time, and you're like, you weren't going to like her no matter what she said. You were going to be bored because you were annoyed. Just listen.
Okay.
You were annoyed that she brought in the dog, and she went against, like, you wanted her to leave, and I wanted her to stay. And I, in a way, I won, if you will, and she stayed. I feel like you were kind of brooding and annoyed that, like, the whole thing, that she brought the dog, that she got to stay, you wanted her to leave. And then you're looking down, and then I'm like, where's Menace, my buddy here?
No, but that's what I usually do when guests are here anyways.
I know.
I let you do your thing and talk with the guests.
Yeah,
I don't, like,
bored.
I don't jump in. I just don't jump in. But if there's something that I'm really...
Sometimes you jump in.
If there's something that I'm really interested in,
you were like
then I
having
jump
nothing
in.
to do with the show yesterday. Like you could have just gone outside and gotten a hamburger or something and come
But
back later.
I'm not going to interrupt her talking.
I know.
The thing that I was really interested in talking to her about, but it didn't seem like she was really into talking about, was her,
past as a female
escort. And being an escort. And it seemed like you guys were beyond that and you want to talk about other things. And then what she was talking about was just like, I didn't really have anything that I felt that I had to bring to the table. So I was letting you do your thing.
Right, I get it. But I feel like you still brood a little. You hang on to things.
I don't hang on to things.
I think you do.
I don't care. It's business.
Okay. Dear Emily, I love listening to your show. I've mentioned your show to my wife a few times. How do you think I could convince her or persuade her to listen? Menace's sexy voice, perhaps?
What?
I don't know. We have an awesome sex life when we find time. 2 kids here. Maybe she thinks it's like porn and I'm seeking satisfaction from your podcast. Signed, Lucas. Lucas, just tell her to listen to it once and find a few of your favorite episodes that you think would appeal to her and just have her put it on in the car or something. And when you're taking a road trip, a lot of couples, I have to tell you that you could tell her this. A lot of couples and close friends of mine, which I find so funny, which is interesting, they use this show as a vehicle and as a tool to talk about sex with their partners. So a lot of people are not comfortable to talk to their partners about sex, but since you listen to Sex with Emily together, you can be like, oh, hey, she was just talking about oral sex. Do you think I provide, does it bum you out that I don't perform oral sex song on you? Or does it bum you out that I can't have an organ? So I bring up issues that get you guys talking. So I've had a lot of couples email me and say it's improved their sex life because it's kind of like I'm there kind of helping you guys talk.
Debate
and talk and get into it. So I think you should just tell her that it's not porn. A lot of women, a lot of men learn, and it's educational and funny, we hope, and informative.
But
thank you
always make
Lucas.
sure it's informative.
I try to be informatatious.
Yeah.
I want to be informatatious and make up issues. Okay. Dear Emily, I had to reply to your comment about men who don't undress their women. I love to undress my partner. It's a very sensuous part of foreplay, and it's like opening a present. I love standing behind my partner, then reaching around and slowly unbuttoning her. I love it when her neck and shoulders are exposed for kissing. I dated one woman who had some body image issues, so once I faced her into the mirror as I undressed her from behind, then told her to look at how beautiful she was. That's hot, I think. The visual she got of my hands appreciating her pretty shape must have done the trick because the sex we had that night was incredible. Just an opinion from one man who loves undressing a pretty woman. Signed, Anonymous.
I give him power props on being able to do that, because me personally, I'd be like, I would just feel so awkward doing something like that.
Undressing a woman and being like, look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
And,
I couldn't do that. What about you? Can you can you tell a man, like, here, look, undress, let me see your
I
junk,
think I would want a man to undress me
and
be like, look how hot you are. Like I think that mirrors in a bedroom are super hot.
Yeah.
If you have a mirror by the bed or mirrors on the ceiling, no, not on the ceiling. Who's put mirrors on the ceilings, really?
It's dangerous.
But if you like a mirror, it's really hot to watch each other have sex. And if you undress her and you're like, look at that, it's just hot. Women want to feel appreciated and adored. So with like that last email when I was like, compliment her 5-10 times a day, I don't mean like nice shoes, honey, nice purse, nice souffle you made tonight. I just mean like it's important to constantly like to reinforce, and women should do it to men too. But I think it just makes them feel good and more open sexually and more comfortable, because women have insecurities and we want to feel adored at the end of the day. And loved. So if you undress us slowly and appreciate our bodies, I can't imagine what woman wouldn't want that to happen. If you're like, you're so beautiful, even if she's got body image issues, which a lot of women do, but you're like, look how beautiful you are.
I'm trying to say, even if she's extremely beautiful and like perfect body, I still maybe something's wrong with me. I just couldn't keep a straight face doing that. Like,
it's not your thing.
Take it off, baby. Let me see it.
Is that what you say? No. I don't know. Do you undress women when you're having sex with them? No, you don't anymore. No one does. That's why I brought it up.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I know.
To that stuff. Whatever.
Exactly. Exactly my point, everyone. Don't listen to Menace.
Enjoy.
Exactly. That's how most women are. They're like, I'm hard, so you must be ready. And women can't go from 0 to 60 like men. Men are like ready to go, and they're like, why aren't you ready to go? I'm ready to go. You ready? We're going. And women are like, what's going on? My clothes are still on. I am so not even turned on yet, and you've got a boner, and you think that I'm ready to have sex with you, which isn't the case. No. You need to undress me slowly. And compliment me. I am a tease. Okay, let's get into some sex tips.
Okay.
1,000 women tell what works and what doesn't. So here's some stats. So this is what people worry about in bed. The number one thing that men worry about in bed, do you want to guess?
Being a 1-minute man performance.
That they won't last long enough. Some guys are afraid they're not, and some guys are also afraid they're not big enough. What do you think women's number one insecurities are?
Being fat.
Their weight.
Yes.
And how long it takes them to reach orgasm. So the number one thing that we took away from the poll is that people are willing to talk. And when couples talk, the sex only gets better. Nearly every man and woman who took the poll said they want to know if they're doing something right or wrong and they could do it better. 80% of men said they're very open to guidance from their partner, agreeing with this statement. Whatever she wants, all she has to do is ask. Women said the same thing. They're very open to it. So talking to your partner and telling them what feels good is very important. Overall performance, when we asked men to rate their sexual skills on a scale of 1 to 10, 29% of men gave themselves a 7, while 40% gave themselves an 8 or higher. However, women rated their guys all at 8 or higher. So men are devaluing their performance. Women are saying that they're a lot better in bed, and men are thinking they're a lot worse in bed. Okay, so insecurities. When we asked men what they're most insecure about, 36% said it was premature ejaculation. However, the obvious thing is to ask the women how they feel about that. And the women said, 38% said he always lasts long enough. And 43% said, not all the time, but usually. So men's biggest concern, women are saying, we're not concerned that you're not lasting long enough. That's only 38%. They said 38% says he does last long enough. That's significant.
I say 90% of the time I last long enough.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I don't know. You wouldn't tell me, but I got your minute map. Okay, how to help her orgasm. So this is the thing. 22% of women said the way she'll orgasm more is having more oral sex. This isn't a study. This is not me.
Yeah, right. I see it written down in pen.
No. Next to premature ejaculation, men are most concerned that they don't measure up, which 17.6 men listed as one insecurity, which is their size. Okay, so their biggest complaint is from women. Can you imagine their biggest number one complaint from women about men sexually?
There's no make-out session before.
Not enough foreplay. Ding, ding, ding. You're right. You're right.
Did I just win this
19%
competition?
said he doesn't want to touch me. Okay, so here's what we got to do. So mistakes and feedback. One of the most troubling stats came out when 29% said there's no mistakes, and women said this too. We just wish that we would do it more. And then, so basically what the takeaways are here are that, from this whole study, is that make feedback sexy, not strained. So you should, both men and women said that they want to give feedback to their partner, right? So it doesn't mean it have to be a stilted discussion, and you should just make sure that it seems like both men and women want feedback. Number 2 takeaway from the study is to prolong foreplay. It should be a progression, not a sprint.
You just need to give it time. How many minutes?
Watching a sexy movie together, flirting over a romantic meal, whispering compliments in the midst of a crowded party. I think that's
I'm not saying that I'm going to, okay, just give me
22 minutes.
22 minutes of making out?
Foreplay. It could be anything. If you do a good job.
If you give me a blowjob, a foreplay?
For you. After you went down on me for 25 minutes.
25?
Yeah. Longer
Jesus.
foreplay helps men synchronize with their partners, giving them better control over ejaculation. You got to get the timing right. Most couples fall into a rut of having sex at bedtime, but the work week is actually the worst time for lovemaking. In a survey, 64% of men said that their exhaustion and stress and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you should try to do it like on the weekends when you're like lazy in bed. Yeah. Saturday mornings, don't try to do it.
Yeah, that's what I wait for.
You do?
I wait for all my lovemaking on the weekends.
Do you really?
Yeah, I don't.
No time
I don't
during the
do
week. That's what a lot
week.
of couples do. So switch up your regular schedule. If it doesn't work during the week, just say, you know what, it's too stressful during the week, but we're gonna be. You know what do they say? Like the people who work out only on the weekends. What do they call those people? Weekend warriors. Like people who work out only on the weekends. So like, what if you only have sex on the weekends?
Well, that's your party on the weekends too. It's weekend warriors.
Right, weekend warriors. Whatever. I think of it at the gym because I used to be an athlete. I guess I'm still an athlete, but whatever. They were like the weekend warriors. Okay, and the last thing that came from the study is foster a feeling of emotional closeness. And this is for men and women. A third of men and almost half of women say that feeling emotionally connected is the most important part of mind-blowing sex. Feeling emotionally connected. Have you ever felt emotionally connected to anyone during sex? Open your eyes, savor the moment, pause to breathe, and establish eye contact between kisses. Be aware of every touch and caress. The more secure you both feel, the less guarded sex will become. So that's a very conclusive study.
A lot of work.
That's a lot of work, honey. But you learned a lot today. Okay, everyone. So thanks so much for listening to the show. And thanks for checking out sexwithemily.com and all the exciting things we have going on there. Just keep watching it, and you'll be happy. So anyway, thanks, everyone. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. This episode is brought to you by one of our amazing sponsors, Masked Sexual Flavor Strips. They enhance your sexual experiences with a taste of strawberry, mango, watermelon, or chocolate. It's kind of like a Listerine strip, but for sex. So if you like sex and you want to make it even more enjoyable, and you like hearing Sex with Emily for free, check out Mask at sexualflavors.com. Enjoy the show. I promise your sex life will improve.